Nestor, or are you just somebody? Nestor.
Welcome to the second game of this MNBL action. I am Bradley Benton, always representing. On the camera is Nestor Dudley, stepping up like no other because nobody else really steps up. And sitting to my right, waiting to get his mic, wherever it is, we have the Hawks versus the Sixers, two teams that look so different. And that they do. The Sixers lost one. Actually, they lost two. The Hawks lost one.
Take your slice of pizza as you make the woman do the work. How dare you? I stole her mic, so that's okay. That gives her time to eat. David Console will jump against Matarazzo of the Sixers.
Can't eat this right now.
You want me to do it by myself? Go eat.
Sure.
I've done this 100 times by myself. I got this. I got Nestor with me. I'm all set.
Thank you.
Where's the mic now? First play of the game is a turnover by the Sixers. You want the mic or no? Nestor doesn't want the mic. He's probably going to enjoy a beverage or something, I'm sure. David Console, a little tied up by Sammy Jean, Kid Mountain Dew. Throws it away to Scott Jules, who was in trade talks with the Kings, but didn't pan out. He remained a Hawk. Oh, and there's a foul by Jules. Thank God the Kings didn't get him. No, he's a good player. Johnny D'Oliveira, the import out of Brazil, doing his thing, very quick with the dribble. Banaco Stroud got a smile on his face, which is very rare to see. Carlos Escobar has the ball, and he's up and down. And the big man in the middle, Solis, couldn't get that ball. He's got a new hairdo, though. David Solis. Looking very dapper, and there's a foul by Gene, got away with it. He forgot something. That was the ball. Escobar with the ball. And they're calling a foul on Forestier. Gary Forestier with the foul. We're waiting on our newest members to the MNBL broadcast booth. They're enjoying some pizza, some sodas, little snacks here and there. Come on down to the MNBL games here at the Fairway School every Saturday and Sunday from between 1 and 5 p.m. Have yourself some pizza, help support the league. Escobar misses the first of his two. Like we said earlier, the Sixers and the Hawks, both a very different looking team right now. And Solis with the putback, the biggest man on the court, should have a career day today. He is a first-year sophomore. And another steal by Gene, who did step on the line. Good call. Referee Dave made a good call for a change. We love him down here. We'd want no other down here. We love him. Looks good with a pie slammed in his face. Well, that'll be next time. Scott Jules, nice pass inside the Console. Console has been their leading scorer the last two games. And the Strouds have entered the building. We are complete. Yep, big kiss to Daddy. Who'd ever thunk 10 years ago Banaco Stroud would be a daddy? Oh, they worried about that down in Brazil. Darn cute children. Who would have thought? That's Carlos Escobar's first foul. 2-0. Still a lead by the Sixers. 3 minutes gone by. Peterson no good. Solis tries to fight for that board as Sammy Jean watches from half court, not playing defense. That's Kid Mountain Dew, we call him. Don't leave your Mountain Dew unattended, he will take it. The big man Solis for the Sixers. His favorite snack happens to be a Three Musketeers, which you don't see very often anymore. Morellis to Console, who goes up and one. The Hawks finally got their first and one of the season. They've been calling for it every game, but they finally got it. Do a game, let them rest. Nah, we gotta work. He could hit it. But you know we don't want him. Console completes the three-point conversion. Underneath, Matarazzo passes into Escobar, their point guard, and the Hawks are pressing. Oh, they're going man. That's impressive. Escobar all that way for nothing. And the newest acquisition to the Hawks is ready to step into the game. Number 15, Kyle White, traded just yesterday by the Celtics to the Hawks. With all this knowledge I have and these two are over there eating, I'm ready to spill all the trade talks. 15, Kyle White is now a Hawk. That is it. Sixes, there's no one new. But Sean Hickey is on the court for the first time today. Traveling violation on Brandon Nera. Not known for his dribbling, but he does have a fine display of button-down jerseys in his closet. Normally a three-point shooter. Sean Hickey confused, throws it to Jimmy Nguyen, who is confused. Stolen by Baptiste.
Give it up. Kyle, come to the ball, Kyle.
Console back. Let me do the last 4 minutes. At least you can share a mic. I'll leave at the end of the first. Don't kick me out that quick. We got to talk trade talks first. These two teams, I got to hook you up here.
It's fine, now I'm back. I've eaten my pizza.
And explain to the people who you are.
I'm Ian Tasso. I'm
Ian.
Ian.
Not related to Ian Rotten of ECW fame?
No.
All right.
Unfortunately not.
Your last name is not Rotten.
No. It's Tasso.
And you don't smell bad, so I can't call you Rotten, so you're good.
Oh, thank you.
All right. And her name would be when she gets on the mic?
Cassidy Bretler.
Ian and Cassidy.
Both sophomores at Emerson. One from Seattle, one from Boston.
Seattle, it rains a lot.
It does.
It does rain a lot. I'd like to visit it, but... Yeah.
I visited it once. It's,
yeah.
I mean, whatever.
And where are you from?
I'm from 20 minutes away from here.
All right,
Small
Boston.
town called Topsfield.
Topsfield. Oh, right next to West Newbury, the home of John Cena.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
I've been to Topsfield many times. The Topsfield Fair has stolen my money.
Yeah.
But I have defeated the major games. I've beaten the basketball game. I've defeated the dart game. I've walked out with a 40-foot snake.
Wow.
I've walked out with four 4-foot stuffed bears.
Did you dunk the clown, though? That's the important thing.
Every single time.
There you go.
I was a quarterback before. I play flag football. I'm a quarterback.
There you go. I love dunking the clown. It's the best thing.
Yeah,
I go every year.
I hate him. He makes me very angry.
He's
Plus, I got half my friends work there, so I'm all set. Their Spooky World, every so. But we're here watching the Sixers and the Hawks.
Back to the game.
Brad Worth with Ian and Cassidy. And Kyle White scores his first hoop in a Hawk uniform. Now, the Hawks made this trade with Kyle White to replace the point guard. He's a first-year sophomore. Very surprised that Evans Magic Riviere of the Celtics passed him up and let him go to another team because the Celtics aren't going to go anywhere this year, and they are rebuilding. He's a great point guard. He's the second leading scorer in the league.
Really?
And he's a first-year sophomore.
Well, we know the Celtics ran into some trouble with a little eligibility issue as far as their first draft pick goes. So that team is stuck in a rut, and they just haven't been able to come out of it.
Well, they traded for Kyle White due to the fact that John McMillan has been traded to the Kings.
We saw him earlier.
Yes, he was in an earlier game.
The game with 15 points, I believe it was?
16.
There you go.
He did, I was very surprised. I didn't know we had that many.
There you go.
I was standing in the back and, watching.
That was the difference for the Kings right there.
There was very big hoops by some unknown players, like another Rookie of the Year candidate, Teddy Francois.
There you go.
2 big baskets at the end made the difference.
He's a rookie?
He's a first-year sophomore, correct.
Wow.
He's in the running for Rookie of the Year. Kyle White is in the running, as well as Jeff Chabray of the Kings. Didn't play too much. He was a little sick.
Yeah.
But he's the big man in the middle, the center. He's a huge monster, and he's only a sophomore. I believe there's another sophomore somewhere. Just can't remember. But those seem to be the front runners, I believe.
Yeah. And then the Sixers lost Lodomus to you guys, right, too?
Dimitri Lodomus went to the Kings as well as a result of a draft pick.
Yep.
And the Hawks also got a draft pick for John McMillan. So the Kings don't have too many draft picks next year, but they have half of their team coming back next year. So Dimitri will be back. Chabray, Teddy, there's a core right there.
No McMillan?
No McMillan, he's a senior. There's about 4 or 5 seniors on the Kings. The rest are juniors and sophomores.
Oh,
Brandon Naylor with a deep three.
The celebration, I like
yes,
it.
he left it up there. What's he, Wesley Snipes and white man can't jump? Well, they don't need to jump when they can shoot.
That's true.
And Joe Bond, Walcott,
he can certainly
doing his
shoot.
best impression of a 1980s breakdancer who just couldn't get the spin. Oh, going down on his back. There's Carlos Escobar wide open. Kyle White and Carlos would be a good battle, both quick men. Also the biggest trade, the Sixers lost their leading scorer and last year's playoff MVP, Ricky Douglas.
Yeah. Now the Pistons, right?
To the Pistons, the number one team.
As if they needed someone else.
They didn't really need him. And a lot of people are saying as well on the message board on the MNBL19.tripod.com site. Did I say MNBL19.tripod.com? You can go to that site and check out all the smack talk on the guest book. Just please keep it clean. It's tough for me to keep deleting all these postings.
But it doesn't look good right now?
No, they're saying that he's going to hurt them more than help them.
Really?
You're 7-0 and you got a team, drafting one of the best players in the league, getting a draft pick for the best player in the league.
Right.
And he's a gunslinger. He likes to launch. He's a shooter, and the Pistons have a lot of shooters.
Uh-oh.
And he's not known for his defense.
Ooh, nice little layup right there, the finger roll.
Carlos Escobar.
The import from Brazil? Is that what you said?
No, the import from Brazil is John De Oliveira. He's the one with the skinhead hairdo. And there's Evans Magic Riviere coming to see his former player, Kyle White. Looking dapper as always, wearing his sailor coat.
I'm gonna hand the mic over to Cassidy now.
All right, I'm gonna hand the mic over. I'm being summoned to my vehicle.
Uh-oh.
You worried that she's gonna say something wrong?
No, that's fine.
She's been known to have a filthy mouth.
Yeah, well.
She's bad.
What are you
The
gonna
Seattle
do?
people, they hate rain. Anyway, Brandon Benton signing off. Nessa's doing a fantastic job on camera as always. Come on down and pat him on the back. Buy him a slice, will you?
Thank you very much. And now
Cassie Brettler back here.
the crew is back.
Pizza, you get hungry doing this.
Now the Sixers climbing their way back into this game. They were down big time. But now that 15-6 now is the score of the Hawks over the Sixers. And I'll be right back. I gotta go grab something.
No one scored for a little bit. We got 50 seconds left in the first period. Sixers try to take it to the hoop, but it does not work. There, the basket. It's an interesting game so far. We got 20 seconds left in the first period. That will be on number 21. We're at the beginning of the second period. Hawks are up 18-12. A lot different scoreboard than we saw last game. But the game was pretty close the whole time. Number 15 for the Hawks with one foul shot, making the score 19-12 Hawks. Already up by 17. Their lead just keeps growing. Take it up for a second foul, and it bounces out. Carlos Escobar with a shot, dribbling it in, but there is a foul call.
All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. We had a little confusion at the scorers table, but we're all set right now. Got everything under control. 19-12 the score. The Hawks
are up
over the Sixers.
Escobar to the line, shooting free throws.
The Sixers just don't look like the same team without Ricky Douglas, leading the league with 20.5 points a game, as well as last year's postseason MVP. They lost him to the undefeated Pistons, as you heard earlier. Some question about that move. It might hurt them more than it'll help them, but nonetheless, the Sixers certainly losing a bit of a punch. Down by 7 here now to the Hawks. And Naylor misses the shot, gets his own rebound, but it's going to be Sixers ball.
Naylor does not seem happy about that.
Sixers, however, are going to call a timeout, and they're going to talk it over. Sixers, as we said earlier, down 19-12 here, 7:42 left in the second period. David Console leading the way for the Hawks with 7 points. He's number 25, and Kyle White right behind him with 4. And the Sixers, D'Oliveira and Solis, both tied for their team lead with 4 apiece. Sixers, as I said earlier, 2-4, and the Hawks 1-5. They're the bottom 2 pair in the standings. Neither of them maybe with postseason aspirations at this point, especially with teams like the undefeated Pistons and the Lakers, as we saw last game, running the table like they have been. So we'll see how this one works out. As it stands right now, the Sixers, losing Douglas, have look a little lackluster out there. It's down by 7 to the Hawks. The Hawks with a nice rebound right there, taking the ball off the court. David Console, and he's got 2 more points, as if he needed any more. And with the loss of John McMillan from the Hawks, now and Jace Call, averaging together 21 points a game between the 2 of them. They're going to need someone to step up if they want to win today, and it looks like it's going to be David Console taking the torch. Foul now on the Sixers. On number 21, Jimmy Nguyen. And it'll be number 15 taking the shot for the Hawks.
First shot looks good.
Kyle
The clock
White.
is 22-12. They've taken a 10-point lead already, just with not even halfway through the second quarter.
This one's really getting stretched out. If the Sixers can't stop the bleeding right now, this one may get out of hand as Kyle White sinks his second of 2 free throws, giving him 6 points on the day and an 11-point lead for the Hawks. Sixers now running the offense to Blake Coughlin, who puts it up, and it's a little bit over. And, they got David Console streaking down, who goes up and makes another nice lay-in. And he's already got 11 points. Wow. The Sixers need to come up with something fast, as they're down now 13 with only 5.5 minutes left in the second period.
they're down more than they've scored.
Yeah, they've been officially doubled up with that last lay-in by David Console. Up, a little miscue there on the Sixers. Jeremy Nguyen up, and it's David Console coming up with the steal. Coming up, and Kyle White, a little trapped. Oh, nice little spin move, but it's Sixers ball. Nguyen with a nice lay-in, but it doesn't fall. Kyle White goes up. Oh, hesitation move on the shot, but he is fouled, and he'll get to the line to shoot two. And the Hawks want a timeout to talk things over. The 25-12 lead now, up 13 with 4 minutes 44 seconds left here in the second period.
I don't know what the coach thinks they have to talk about.
I don't know
13
either.
points. I don't know why they need a timeout. But
On a bathroom break. I think that's what it is, a bathroom. They just lost 4 there. 5 members going to the bathroom.
Pee break.
Hey, what can you say?
Take that 13-point lead if you need to go to the bathroom.
When you got to go, you got to go. Maybe that's why they're playing so well. They're
That's
running around
true.
because they got a
Makes them
piece
run
of it.
faster.
You never know.
You move faster
Nonetheless.
to the bathroom.
The Hawks with a 25-12 lead. Only 1-5 so far this season. The Sixers just a hair in front of them in the standings, 2-4. But you got to figure with the loss of Jace Carl and John McMillan, this would be a big game for the Hawks if they could win, not only for their psyches, but for their position in the standings. David Console picking up right where McMillan left off. He's already got 11 points, as we said earlier. And Kyle White, the new acquisition, has got 6. Between the two of them, they've got 17 points. That's way more than half of their total right now.
And that's more than the Sixers have scored at all in this game.
So Kyle White and David Console versus the Sixers right now.
Well, Kyle White's to the line now. Missed his first foul shot.
And the second one doesn't fall. Sixers get the rebound.
Escobar slowing it down here.
Escobar dishing it off to John DeOliveira. Passes it inside the 0-0. Sammy Jean. Oh, nice move by Escobar, but the shot that was a little bit off the mark. And now Kyle White's off to the races. A little lay-in.
But the shot doesn't
A little
work.
too much, but a nice rebound.
They shot up 3 times, never went in.
Yeah. Bouncing up and down, but it doesn't matter. It's Sixers ball. Oh, nice little shake and bake by DeOliveira with the spin move in the layup. But a little bit too much, and it bounced off the back rim, and he is visibly upset with that one. Oh. Sixers making a run at the basket. Nice little defense there by number 00, Brandon Naylor. Unfortunately, it was a little too much to the referee's liking. And that'll be a foul, sending John DeOliveira to the line to shoot 2. The Hawks now making a couple substitutions. Brandon Morin is about to come into the game.
Who's number 21?
Right there.
Brandon Moran, number 3. Yeah, I don't know why.
So then who's number 3?
It's a mystery.
Got a mystery here on the basketball court. Trying to figure out some numbers right now. Brandon Moore, number 21, just came in. Number 3, not on the roster.
Baptiste? So then nobody's number 6?
Number 3, sorry, we got a mix-up on the roster. Marco Jean Baptiste is number 3.
No 6? Alright. Well, it had Baptiste was 6, but...
All right, so a little roster confusion, but we got it all taken care of. Brandon Morin, number 21, and Marco Jean-Baptiste, number 3, go in for the Hawks.
Maybe they can help their team. Well, their
Extend the
team is
lead.
not, yeah.
Hopefully. You never know in a game of basketball.
Sixers can't seem to make their free throws.
A nice rebound. Oh! Rejected by number 4, Peterson Aureus.
Sam Jean trying to get the ball in. It's not going to work, but he gets another chance here. Foul on the hot Scott Jules. Sam Jean will go to the line, shooting once again. Kind of like deja vu. He's just here a second ago. First one is no good. Gets his own rebound, but I don't know why he did that.
It'll be whistled back for a lane violation. So the first one doesn't fall. See if he can make good on the second.
And it is no good.
Bricks off the front of the rim. And it'll be Kyle White running the floor. Giving it up to Moran. Back to White. Looking to make a shot. Gives it into Console, but he's unable to take a shot. And number 12 for the Sixers, Sean Hickey, going up for a rebound, and he comes down hard, and he's in pain. I didn't see what happened, but I would assume he caught an elbow or a shoulder to the face, maybe. He's rolling around, and that doesn't look good. There'll be a timeout on the court as we take a break. The Sixers trailing the Hawks 25-13 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the second period of play.
Some confusion on the Hawks trying to figure out what happened. Players are saying they didn't touch number 12.
He looks to be okay. He's back up.
He's up. Looks like he might just need to take a little breather.
Yeah, he'll be going off for sure. Hickey, the big man, is pointing to his shoulder. I don't know, maybe he fell on it weird or got tripped up. It was his shoulder, not his face. And the Hawks coach is preaching rebounds. They're up 25-13, and he wants more. He's not happy with a 12-point lead, and he can't be.
Not done.
I can't blame him, you know. You never know what could happen. Last game we saw the Lakers were in charge the entire game until the very end, and the
Kings came
Kings just
through
ran away with it. So you never can be too sure, so.
Still early in the game, not even at halftime yet, so there's still lots of time for that scoreboard.
Well, nice rebound for
Carlos Escobar with the ball.
Big number 44, Derek Solis with the rebound. Oh, and the Sixers put it up, and Solis trying to get the rebound, but he's whistled for an over the back. The big body trying to do some work down low. The referees would have none of it, and it's Hawks ball now.
Don't worry about Buck. He's feeding you all day. Don't worry about scoring it, man. Just take it.
And that'll send number 5. Scott Jules to the line for the Hawks. Jules has yet to score so far today.
And he still has not scored. First foul is not in.
As we said, the Hawks sitting at a 25-13 lead. They've only won one other game this year. So we'll be looking to add to that total. As Scott Jules banks in the second free throw, put the Hawks up 26-13. They've doubled the Sixers up again.
Escobar with the ball, pass it off to Oliveira.
Oliveira making a move around the arc. Oh, and a nice steal by Console, who's off to the races, and he's going to go up with it? No.
Oh, nope.
And there's a foul. That's a travel. Console, the nice little reach of steal to poke the ball loose about half court, but he was unable to go up with the shot as he double stepped with the ball. Oh, a nice pass in and a nice.
Oh, they will get 2 points. Their score is not doubled anymore.
That was
now 26-15. Hawks are still behind, or Sixers, sorry, my bad. Sixers still behind by 11 points, but you know, could be comeback time.
And that was a beautiful pass from the point into the paint. And behind the back.
A little juke move there. Pass it inbounds right before it falls.
That's Blake Coughlin for 2. And the Sixers aren't done yet. 26-17 now. The lead is only at 9. As Kyle White puts a little move on the Sixers defender. Moran goes up. Swatted away, but they're saying he got hand. And Moran will go to the line. And going back to that two-pointer underneath that the Sixers scored, that was a very nice behind-the-back no-look dish by Escobar to give the Sixers a little bit of life.
Hawks up 10 points again now with Brandon Moran making a foul shot. He'll go for his second one right now. And it is no good. Rebounded by Escobar for the Sixers. Dribbling it down. He's driving, passes it off to somebody, to Nugian. Going to be a foul on Scott Jules, number 5 for the Hawks.
Okay. Thank you.
Monterrazzo for the Sixers goes to the line. He's going to try to make that 10-point lead, or loss, by the way, a little bit less. See if he can do it here. And it's in. Lead is back to single digits for the Hawks now. Second shot's no good, but there'll be a lane violation, so he gets one more chance.
Hey, rebound the shot. Rebound the shot.
Monterrazzo laughs as he mentally prepares for this shot. And it's good. It's good he got another shot. Now, Hawks only up by 8 points. Scores 27-19 Hawks.
Matarazzo got 4 quick points there to give the Sixers a little bit of a injection, and they're showing some signs of life out there. And just as I say that, Kyle White goes for the dagger, but overshoots. And number 23, Blake Coughlin with a nice land for the Sixers. And they're back within 6. Coughlin has got 6 points on the day now. Jumps into the team lead for him. And the Sixers aren't done yet.
Only behind 6 points now. Scores 27-21 Hawks with just over a minute left in the first half.
Now, if you're the Hawks, you got to just go back to what you were doing all along. Got to keep giving the ball to Kyle White and David Console. Console, as we said earlier, had 11 points right off the bat, but he's yet to score so far here. The Hawks have allowed the Sixers to creep back in this one, thanks to some nice baskets by Luis Matarazzo, Blake Coughlin, and John D. Oliveira. And with 1:10 left, Hawks find themselves only up by 6. Oh, and the inbound is thrown away. Sammy Jean looking for the floater, but it's no good.
Hawks with the rebound, driving it down. Kyle White travel. Lots of travel calls this game so far.
Yeah, and you know, he had a nice little lane right there, but he went up a little too late. Took one step too many, and he got whistled for it.
Carlos Escobar with the ball for the Sixers now.
Oh, shake it big.
Pass. Defense.
David Console just got juked out of his pants. It doesn't matter because the Sixers are fouled. Committed a foul, number 00, Sammy Jean. And they'll send Scott Jules to the line. looking to extend the 6-point lead here with 47 seconds left in the first half.
Her shot is no good. Hawks
Rat-
haven't scored in a while.
Yeah, they've been stuck on 27. Meanwhile, the Sixers have been eating up some ground. As we said earlier, they were doubled up, 26-13. But they've gone on an 8-1 run since then, and they're back within 6.
Second shot, still no good.
Scott Jules.
Cold. Carlos Escobar with the ball once again passed all the way down to Coughlin, but it's not going to be good.
That was a laser of a pass. Found Coughlin streaking underneath, but it just went off his fingertips and out of bounds. Kyle White now dribbling in and out of defenders. Oh. And Matarazzo comes up with a steal and takes an elbow to the face.
His nose looks a little sore.
Yeah, that'll be a whistle, no question about it.
You know, the Hawks might just be trying to foul all the, or to hurt all the Sixers players.
You know
They
what,
seem to be
though?
doing pretty good so far.
It'll be a jump ball.
Matarazzo and Jules for the jump ball, and Matarazzo gets the tip, but
Matarazzo.
like almost knocks it out of bounds.
Oh, he's whistled for a technical. Scott
Technical
Jules.
foul on Scott Jules.
Jules got whistled to dribble it out of bounds and in frustration slammed the basketball on the court, and that'll be a technical against the Hawks.
None of the Hawks players look very happy right now.
No, not with that call, that's for sure.
Kyle White is yelling about all sorts of stuff over here.
Number 14, Carlos Escobar, shooting the technical for the Sixers.
First shot's no good.
No good. He'll be shooting another.
Got just under 30 seconds left in the half. Second shot, no good.
Escobar is a little bit pissed off there. He got the buzzer right in the middle of a technical shot. But nothing you can do about it. And it'll be Sixers ball again. John Oliveira taking it to the hoop, and he's
But
stripped.
he drops it.
And the Hawks are off to the races. Kyle White going up strong. But it's a rebound taken by Carlos Escobar again. Oliveira back to Escobar.
Up for 2 points. Now the Hawks are only up by 4 points. This is a close game. 2 possessions there.
And it looked like the Hawks were running away with it for a while, but they're still stuck on 27. They need to get something going. Moran taking it to the hoop. Oh, a nice lay-in. Off the backboard, off the rim, a buzzer beater, and we're at 29-23 here at the end of half number 1. Live from Fairview High School Arena, I'm Ian Tassel. This is Cassidy Bretler, Sixers versus Hawks, and we're going to take a little break. And we're back here at Fairview High School. The Sixers and the Hawks doing battle on the court here. 29-23 in favor of the Hawks. So we're about to start the second half. The Hawks being led by Kyle White and David Console with 11 and 6 points respectively.
During the halftime, we had a little scuffle, a couple little fights breaking out between the players from the last game. Lakers players, Kings players, not happy.
I believe it was McMillan and Saint. But that's neither here nor there. And as we say that, the Sixers on the fast break, and the lay-in is missed by number 23, Blake Coughlin. The Hawks in transition. Very nice play by Peterson Orleus with a missed layup, following up his shot with a nice rebound and the putback. That's 5 points for him here as the Hawks are up 31-23. Number 1, John D. Oliveira pulls up for the jumper. That falls a little bit short, but there's a foul on the play. And he'll get to the line. Coughlin, with 7 points so far this game. His
Stays at 7.
first free throw a little bit too strong there, bouncing off the back of the rim and out. Coughlin going to try his luck with the second, and it's up and in. And he's got 8 points on the day, with the Sixers back within 7. And there's Console getting involved under the hoop and backing in. Console now with 13 points. Got a little quiet there in the second quarter, but
he's back now.
Back
apparently.
doing his thing. 13 points already. And again, a foul on the Hawks on defense. And Oliveira will get to the line. John D. Oliveira's got 4 points so far.
Now 5.
Make that 5. The Sixers now only down 33-25. 7 1/4 left here in period number 3. And the second free throw falls for D. Oliveira. It's David Console again running the court, looking like they're getting him more and more involved as the second half starts. They got a little bit far away from him after his hot start at the beginning of the game, and that's when the Sixers started to catch up. Now it's Kyle White, and there's a reach-in whistled against Sammy Jean.
This is not what the Sixers want. They cannot afford to give the Hawks any more free throw shots.
No, they were playing nice defense there anyway, but unfortunately the reach-in gives the Hawks possession again. Oh, a little step fake right there. Back to Console behind the arc, who puts a move on Sammy Jean, pulls up, and the floater's no good. But the rebound. Who switched? My mistake.
Real quick, first shot, let's go. Everybody, let's go. First shot, hustle up. Stay on the floor.
Foul called against Blake Coughlin, his second foul for the game. Kyle White will go to the line. First foul shot, a little too strong. Bounces off the backboard. Second one straight in the net. Puts Hawks up 34-26, up by 8. Halfway through the third period here. Ball got a David Console, pass it into Kyle White. A little spin move to keep the ball there. Puts it back to Console, shoots a 3, it's just a little too hard.
Who was shooting the free throws, Kyle? What? Console's 25 though, right? What? It says right here, Console's got 25. Oh no. So who's 25? And Console's what?
Hey guys, sorry we've had a little mix-up with our roster here. I guess they got they probably put all the jerseys in a pile. They all grabbed the wrong one. We got Scott Jules is actually number 25. So we've been saying David Console has 13 points when really it's Scott Jules got 13. Console is number 5. So just think everything we've been saying about Console, that's really Jules, and everything we said was Jules is Console. So sorry about that little mix-up with the jerseys here. Whoever's typing this up, the fingers hit the wrong keys. You know how that goes. Score is still the same. Okay, so Scott Jules with the ball. Puts it up, it's a little short. He fights for the ball. Foul called. Foul called on Carlos Escobar for the Sixers. going to be a sub for the Hawks. Marco Jean-Baptiste going in. He's got the ball right away. Pass it to Kyle White. Up for 2 points in the key. Hawks are still up by 8 points now, getting their lead back. And a long pass all the way off the court. That's not going to help anybody.
He threw it a little bit too far. Overestimated the speed a little bit too much, and now it's Hawks ball.
Back to Jules for the
Jules
three.
with the three, not Console. That's Jules.
That is Jules.
And Sammy Jean passes it up. Coughlin.
Oh, ball almost. Kurt Coughlin
No
somewhere.
foul
You don't
call.
want to be hurt.
No foul call from the drive, and there'll be Hawks ball.
Baptiste with the ball, yelling something to the rest of his team. Travel called on him. He started yelling. He forgot he had to dribble the ball.
Marc Jean-Baptiste with a travel. Uh-oh. Ooh, a little air right there by number 1, John D. Oliveira. Making the finger roll to fall. And it's 38-32. Sixers coming back. And just as I say that, there's a foul. Number 23, Blake Coughlin on the Sixers. That'll be his 3rd foul on the game. Hawks ball. And
got a 3 in the key for the Hawks. It's called on Baptiste.
And number 12, Sean Hickey is back in for the Sixers, trying to get some size against these Hawks.
Coughlin goes back to the bench. Sammy Jean with the ball. Passed it off to De Oliveira. Drives it down, doesn't want to slow it down, and it misses the basket, just under it. But he's got his own rebound. Looking for who to pass it. Pass it off to number 11, Matarazzo.
Luis Matarazzo.
Baptiste gets the ball again. Pass it in.
Oh, unreal. Dribbles past the baseline, pulls up, shoots it floating out of bounds over the back of the backboard. Number 4, Peterson Orleus with a ridiculous shot, but it won't count.
The Hawks coach was very excited about that, screaming with excitement, but unfortunately for him, it won't count.
Wow. The basket don't count, but Peterson Orleus with an Orellis with an unreal shot from behind the backboard.
That is not something you see all the time.
And number 5, David Console, who we thought was Scott Jules. We got that a little switched up. David Console's got 1 point so far today. But the real story on the Hawks has been Scott Jules, who's got 13 so far in the game. And that's a big part of the reason why they're up 38-32 here with only 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
But, I thought, now who's Scott Jules, I guess, not David Console, thought he'd be up at like 20-something points by now, because first quarter he just kept making basket after basket. But he slowed down a little. Got to let the rest of his team score some, I guess.
They gave him a little bit of a rest in the 2nd quarter, but now he's back at it again. Up and on the fast break, Jimmy DeGuin puts it up.
Got that big rebound. Apparently his shoulder is not hurting him anymore. It's good. Got Jules up for 2 more points. Oh, man. Puts the Hawks up by 8 again. Now it's 40-32 with 2 minutes. Just a little over 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Scott Jules now has 15 points on the game. That's a team high, as well as the game high for him. And the Hawks extend their lead to 6, 40-34 with 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Kyle White taking control of the ball for the Hawks. Dishes it off to Forrester. Forestier. And he pulls up and hits a jumper. 2 more points for the Hawks, who are now up by 8. Sammy Jean with the layup doesn't fall. The Hawks on the fast break again. Back to Scott Jules, who puts it up for another 2, and he's got 17 on the day.
Hey, his name is Terrence.
44-34. The Hawks are up by 10, extending their lead, and we talked about it. The second they go back to Scott Jules, they start to pull away. And if you're the Hawks now, you saw what happened last time you got away from them. They started to close the lead. I say you keep going to them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep giving the ball to Scott Jules, because that's the wave you're riding right now, and it seems to be working.
It's working so well, the Sixers had to call a timeout because got to reevaluate their plays now.
Yeah, and the problem right now is that the Hawks just have so much more speed than the Sixers. The Sixers have a couple big men, but the speed is really the difference, and you see it on the fast breaks when guys like Scott Jules are able to run from end line to end line and put in easy layups like that. And the baskets in transition and on the fast breaks is what's given the Hawks the lead right now. We'll see if they'll be able to hold on, as we've got a minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Here in the second game. Earlier we saw the Kings come from behind and take down the mighty Lakers, who are in second place. And now we've got the bottom 2 in the standing, the Sixers and the Hawks, as there's a scramble for the ball. Scott Jules nearly comes up with it, but Jimmy Nguyen for the Sixers is running the floor. Nguyen. And Sammy Jean goes up, elevates, brings down a 2, his first points of the game. It's 44-36.
Kyle White takes the ball, slows it down, but passes it in to Baptiste.
Misses the turnaround jumper. Sammy Jean again with the ball for the Sixers, and he slows it down. Gets it to a wide open D'Olivier for 3. And it's no good. Falls a bit short and ricochets out of bounds, and it'll be Hawks ball. Hawks ball, Kyle White taking it back. He gives it Forestier to Scott Jules underneath, who pulls up again. And he's got 19. This kid's unstoppable. 19 points for Scott Jules.
Hawks coach, very surprised that Scott Jules has.
I feel like I'm watching Kobe against the Knicks again. Nobody can stop the kid. With 30 seconds left in the third quarter, Scott Jules has 19 points.
The coaches for the Hawks over here talking, they're saying, don't tell Scott Jules that he has 19 points, because it'll go to his head and then he won't have as many points anymore. So you've got to make sure it doesn't go to his head. We'll see how many he gets by the end of the game. Right now, he's on cue to get, I don't know, 30 points, however many. We'll see. We won't jinx him. I won't say anything. Don't worry. Right now, D'Olivier to the line, shooting foul shots. And that one falls a little short. It's not going to help him catch up. They're 9 points down still.
Nguyen throws the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Hawks ball again.
Last shot, 20 seconds.
And they got 22.4 seconds left. The Hawks calling to wait for the last shot here. As the clock hits 20, it's Kyle White with the Forestier, who fakes the 3, puts it up. It's a little short, and it's tipped out of bounds by the Sixers, and it'll be Hawks ball again. The Hawks look at Scott Jules, inbounds it to Kyle White. As the clock hits 10, White's behind the arc. Gives it up to Baptiste. And the ball is tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Sixers ball. The Hawks unable to convert with the last shot. The Sixers chucks it downfield, and it's intercepted by the Hawks. And a foul.
Got 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Sixers still can't quite come back yet. They're still 9 points behind, 46-37. 3.4 seconds left here.
And because of that last foul, number 55, Gary Forestier will get to the line with a chance to shoot 2 before the half comes to an end.
And first one is good.
First one is good. That gives Forestier 5 points on the game so far. See if he can convert on the second.
Second
And
one
it banks
a little
off.
too
And the
far.
rebound Sixers. Throws it down the court for D'Oliveira.
Down.
But he can't tip it in before the buzzer sounds. And it's 47-37 at the end of 3. The Hawks in control. Scott Jules leading the way with a blistering 19 points. He's absolutely torching the Sixers. They just can't compete with his speed. If the Sixers want to have any shot at winning this game and coming back, they're going to have to shut down Scott Jules, because the Hawks offense so far today has started and ended with number 25. Again, 19 points. We'll see what the Sixers can come up with here. So the Hawks are starting to run away with this. 47-37, 10-point lead. And it'll be Sixers ball to start off the 4th and final quarter here from Ferry View High here in Malden.
Very way high school, actually. Sixers with the ball, but they let it. This is not bowling. I think they got confused. Thought they were bowling for a second, but ref says no. This is not bowling. Ian didn't like that joke very much. I thought it was a good one.
It'll now be a jump ball. See if the Sixers can get something going here, but no, the Hawks win it.
The Hawks.
Forrest the A. Back up to Scott Jules. See if he can get it off, and he's rejected by Blake. The rebound is brought down by the Sixers' big number 44, Derek Solis. Blake again underneath. Coughlin can't convert, and it'll be Sixers ball. Coach calling out for the Hawks to run a 2-3. The rebound is pulled down by Hawks number 4, Peterson Orellis. Oh, nice little give and go. But Kevin White, too hard off the glass. He can't get the rebound to play. A nice little move there by D'Oliveira. Goes up and over the Hawks defense, elevates for his 11th point of the day, cutting the lead 47-39, now only down by 8.
Baptiste tries to put it up, but it is not
Goes up for the floater, looking like Rajon Rondo, but the shot doesn't fall. And the Sixers take it down, but it's intercepted by Kyle White.
He
takes it the distance, and a nice little reverse. Nice layup.
Kyle White now has 11 points in today's game. Still not 19 like Scott Jules, but those two players combined have a lot of points.
That's 19 plus 11 equals 30 for those of you who know mathematics.
I don't.
They have 30 of the team's 49 points. That's way more than half. And they're blazing the trail for the Hawks right now. And the Hawks are going to the bench. They're going to bring in David Console, previously known as Scott Jules.
He changed his name. Didn't like that name.
Sixers, D'Oliveira taking the ball up, gives it to Jimmy, puts up the 3, and it's in and out. I thought for a second that one was going to drop. That would have put the Sixers within 7.
It's going to be another jump ball here between Forestier and Nguyen. Sorry, we're having trouble with that name.
And Forestier wins the jump ball.
Console drives it in, puts it up, but bounces right off the backboard there.
Nice little stop and go by Console, but unfortunately he went up too hard with the lay-in. Off the glass and nothing to show for it. Sixers ball now. D'Oliveira taking it up for the Sixers. With a Blake Coughlin, puts it up for 3. And it's in and out. And the ball's bouncing around. The rebound's pulled down by Kyle White. It was 11 points, streaking down, gives it to Scott Jules with the up down. The pump fake. He pump faked the Sixers defender into submission and put the layup in, and he's now got 21 points. And there he goes on a fast break again. Oh, too high, and Kyle White.
Almost. He got a little cocky there, but didn't quite make it in.
He made the difficult one look easy and made the easy one look hard.
You know, with the Hawks, they lost a couple of great players last week. They are a 1-5 team. You wouldn't expect a 21-point player, and the game's not even over.
And you know, we talked about this. When you lose a player like John McMillan, who's getting you point after point for your team, someone's going to have to step up because the points are going to be scored. And it looks like tonight it was Scott Jules and Kyle White helping pick up the slack. And Sammy G in there with the steal, and he puts it up and in.
He's got 4 points now for the Sixers.
51-43 the score here. The Hawks leading the Sixers, and we got 5 minutes, 10 seconds left. A nice little play there by David Console to get himself points 2 and 3 on the night. The Olivier taking it in for the Sixers. They'll stop and go there on Scott Jules.
A little jump move, but
the Hawks calling for a travel on there. It looked okay to me, though. For the Hawks.
Hawks going to make a sub now.
And Forestier is coming out. And 0-0, Brandon Naylor is going in. And the Hawks taking a breather.
Up by 10 now with 4.5 minutes left in the game.
Again, Scott Jules leading the way with 21 points. I'm telling you, it's like watching Kobe against the Knicks. Ooh. Console gets his first free throw to fall. He's got 4 points on the night. Scott Jules, again, 21 points. Little Kobe, as I'm going to refer to him for the rest of the game.
I like that. That's good. That shot by David Console, not going to be good. It's a little short, but the Hawks coach laughing it off.
The Olivier for the Sixers taking control. Gives it over to Luis Matarazzo, who puts it up.
Oh, a little too far on that shot.
My depth perception said that went in. But unfortunately...
I need to get your eyes checked.
Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't count for a basket.
No.
So Matarazzo is still stuck with 4 points on the night. And with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left, the Hawks up 54 to the Sixers 43. The 1-5 Hawks looking like they're going to improve to 2-5. Thanks in large part to Scott Jules, little Kobe, whatever you want to call him. He's got 21 points, and that's that.
Then both teams would be tied in the standings. They both have 2 and 5. That's how this game pans out.
And this is big for a team like that when you lose 2 big playmakers in John McMillan and Joyce Carl. Scott Jules taking up the reins, leading the Hawks. Kyle White comes down with a strong rebound, and he goes up, and he's fouled, and he'll get himself to the line. White's got 11 so far today. See if White can extend the 11-point Hawk lead here.
Not so fast.
White's unable to convert, and the lead stays at 11 here in the fourth quarter. Very way high here in Malden. Middle. Ooh, nice putback by David Console. He's got 6 points on the night, and the Hawks extend their lead to 13 here with 3.5 minutes left to go. Sammy Jean elevating, couldn't get the floater to fall, and the rebound is brought down by number 4, Peterson Orellis. Oh, look out, here's Scott Jules again! It's rejected!
Out of his hand.
Unfortunately for Forestier. There we go. It looked pretty, but it was illegal. So Scott Jules will get to the line again as if he needs any more points. He's already got 21. See if he can make it 23.
If this was blackjack, he would win.
You're right. Unfortunately, it's basketball, not blackjack.
That was on Blake Coughlin. Hawks make a sub now, putting in number 21, Brandon Morin.
And Scott Jules converts on both of his free throws. He's now got 23 on the night. 23 MJ. Little Kobe.
D'Oliveira tries to shoot it up, but bounces off the rim. Now there's a foul on Sammy Jean. Doesn't seem too happy about this. He's yelling.
And, you know, this is when it starts to get frustrating. If you're on the Sixers, you're down by 15. There's an unstoppable force in Scott Jules, and you're just getting frustrated. They can't seem to get anything done. There's only 3 minutes left. You hope we don't see anything burst out like we did at halftime during this game.
Console, one more point for him, puts him at 7 points for today's game.
Let's see if he can rain down the second.
Got a 16-point lead over the Sixers right now.
Make that 17. David Console adds his 8th point on the day.
Escobar with the ball. Puts it up for the 3, but it's a little short.
And the stands calling out air ball. Adding insult to injury.
If you couldn't see that was an air ball, that guy in the stands will let you know.
Look who it is! Little Kobe with the lay-in.
Scott Jules, 20.
No, he's now hit.
Points.
Yeah, 25.
5 points.
He's got the same amount of points as he's got on his jersey. He's open again in the fast break.
Oh, but
David Console keeps it himself, and it's stripped away out of bounds. Unbelievable. Scott Jules has equaled the number on the back of his jersey with 25 points.
And he's not 00. He's 25.
Brandon, with your feet, not with your hands, Brandon.
See if little Kobe's got any more magic left in him before the final buzzer on this one. 25 points so far. See if he can jump into the 30s.
You know, this is the point of the game where I kind of start rooting for the underdogs because Sixers are down 19 points. Now, I kind of think that's a little sad, so hopefully they can make it a little smaller.
I'm more captivated by what Scott Jules is going. I don't care if the Sixers score another point all game. I want to see Scott Jules get 50 today.
Sixers got 1 point right there. John D'Oliveira at the line. And one more. He's got 13 points in the game today. Pass it off to Kyle White.
Ooh, Kyle, some shake and bakes.
Pass it off to 00.
Brandon Naylor. The three's put up by Kyle White. A little short, and it'll be Sixers ball. Escobar with the inbound to D'Oliveira. 2 minutes and 25 seconds here. 62-45 game in favor of the Hawks. Sammy Jean pumps the three, and Escobar can't make the lay-in.
Matarazzo tries, but that one just bounces off the rim as well.
Ooh.
It's going to be a jump ball.
Things getting physical there under the hoop.
Jump ball, Matarazzo.
And David Console going at it. See, the last time these two jumped against each other, Matarazzo was able to come away with the jump. It's got a little bit more height. See what happens here.
Here comes the jump ball.
On the Hawks ball. None other than Scott Jules, who's taking it to the hole.
Oh, nice.
And it'll be swatted from behind. Again, Blake Coughlin and Scotty Jules will get to the line. Little Kobe looking to improve on his total of 25 points.
Unless the Sixers can score 10 points a minute, they have no shot.
Yeah, I would say this game's just about done. The real story
Yeah.
has shifted from who's going to win
So how many points is Scott Jules
is
going to have?
Scott Jules going to stop scoring?
Will he make it to 30?
He's got 25 right now.
If they keep fouling him, he could get about 50 points by the end.
That free throw falls a little bit short, so he's still stuck on 25.
I wonder if Scott Jules has any clue how many points he scored. Oh, 26 now.
I'm sure he understands he scored quite a few, but it's 26
I don't
now.
know. He can't even count in his fingers anymore. Twice over. He can't count his fingers and his toes combined.
Oh, misses the lay-in. Nice rebound by Sammy Jean with the putback. He's got 6 points on the day. And Kyle White gets substituted out. Kyle White finishes his night with 11 points.
Oh, Scott Jules again, taking
Jules
it
again.
down. Oh, knocked out of his hand. Up, and...
Oh! The turnaround lay-in.
28.
Little Kobe's got
Scott
28 points. It's like a pitcher with a perfect game.
Kyle White's been in the game for too long. He didn't know how many points it was. He is excited.
Coaches don't want to say anything. And the rebound pulled down by David Console.
It's going to be a foul on Sammy Jean. Kyle White is very excited about his teammate Scott Jules, how many points he's got. You know, look at Scott Jules. He still looks very focused. He doesn't look like he knows this game's over, and he doesn't look like he knows he has 28 points. I did not see this one coming, everybody. I will say that. I did not see this one coming.
Oh, we made a mistake. He's only got 23 points. 23.
Sorry, everybody watching. We've got, I don't know, somehow we got a little carried away. Scott Jules has 23 points, not 28. We're off by 5.
He's only got 23. We made a mistake. He's got 23.
Coaches are disappointed when we told them the mistake. But he'll get it again. Scott Jules. Here he goes. Up, and that's 25.
So he's got 25 now.
Now he's at 25 points.
He's 25 now. He's got 25 points. Scott Jules. I know. That was my fault. My
He was
fault.
about to bug out if that was 30 points. But it's okay. We've still got 47.4 seconds. He could get 30 by the end of the game.
See if they can get him 5 more points in 47 seconds.
If they keep fouling him, they're going to have to.
And he's out. He's coming out of the game. He's got 25 points. An unreal performance by Scott Jules. Yeah. The Hawks taking him out before the game's over. A classy move by the coaches of the Hawks.
Very classy. Didn't want to rub it in too much. They're already ahead by 20 points.
Scott Jules picking right up where John McMillan left off when he was traded away.
David Console makes another foul shot.
Jules has got 25 points on the
9
night.
points.
There's only one. The three is hoisted up, but it's an air ball and a rebound by Forrester.
35 seconds left here.
Oh!
Baptiste puts it up, but gets bumped on his way.
Number
And
3,
the shot
Marco
didn't
Jean-Baptiste,
go in.
went up for the lay-in, but he got undercut by the Sixers, and he'll go to the line, try to get his first few points of the night.
If he scores, then everyone on the Hawks will score tonight. But that one's a little short. Barely reaches the rim at all.
I think the senior coach should be fired.
He makes good on the second, and the lead is 69 to 47. Hawks coach shouting out,
in the game.
no
Ball
foul.
puts up a 3, but it is a little too long.
Brandon Morin. Now to Naylor, Forrester, who goes up for the jumper, and it's good. He's got 7 points on the night for 3.
Escobar with the full court shot.
And that'll do it. The full court shot is no good, and the Hawks walk away with a stunning 71-47 win. The 1-5 Hawks improve to 2-5, thanks in large part to Scott Jules, who finished tonight
4 points
with 25 unreal points. Little Kobe doing his thing on the floor.
He looks pretty excited here.
Filling in for Joyce Carl and John McMillan, who were traded away. Jace Carl, my mistake. 25 points. I'll say it again because it bears repeating. Scott Jules having a great night tonight. And the Hawks walk away with a 71-47 win over the Sixers.
24-point lead. I did not expect this game to be this bad.
Neither did I, but that'll do it for us. Ian Tasso, Cassidy Butler from the Ferryway Middle School. Have a good night. We're out.